All right, we should be good. This is the Casual and Chill Crew podcast episode. Who knows? And we finna get it. I'm the boy HBK Vakora, and I got the crew with me. Go ahead and introduce yourselves because, to be honest, I'm still checking some things out.
What's up? It's your boy Just Josh, the Carolina King, back in this batch. I missed the I missed the last session, but I'm glad to be back.
Session was a long time.
Yes, sir. All right, let me introduce the homie Mellow Blur because you know his mic is muted. He normally stays on mute, so we got the homie Mellow Blurred with us. We also got Guru in the motherfucking building, and we got King Vosto Lorde, and we got Lady Senpai.
Bow, bow,
Yes,
bow,
sir.
bow, bow.
And
Hey,
honestly, we've been gone for a minute, so although you missed the last episode, I don't even know if the last episode aired. So you might not have missed anything to be real. Uh, but we haven't done an episode in probably like maybe 3, 4 weeks. And so yeah, it's been a minute. I know y'all probably been up to some things. But I wanted to come back with something that I felt like was entertaining. I'm honestly trying to get some more unique topics for our podcast. You know, something more in our realm, something more in our area of expertise. But I know y'all still want to talk about the tea and what everybody else has been talking about, what's been going on in these streets and whatnot. So, what do you want to get to first? Whoever wants to come up first with the idea, you know what I'm saying? We'll start with that and then we'll get into the pod topics.
I just want to say you
Alright.
see you see the topics I put, right?
I did not, but best believe we gonna have time to check it.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Okay. Are we? You don't care what we start with? Because I do kind of have a topic that I kind of want to touch in on.
Yeah, throw it out there.
So I noticed that you put that the AI teacher clip, and I just want to speak on AI in general and how it's like changing so much of social media. But that clip specifically, have you seen it? Can you speak more on it about the teacher being busted with the AI?
Okay, so there was a teacher that was teaching at an elementary school who, it might have been a middle school, I'm not 100% sure, but
That's cool.
the cops came through and they busted him with AI images of, things of sexual nature. But what where the plot twist is it's videos of his students, and then they said there was other videos on there with him doing sexual stuff with animals. But all of
Whoa.
this, I believe, was AI. And so it's like,
Using Discord.
you know, that's what they arrested him
Okay.
He
for.
was using Discord, right?
I believe so.
He was using Discord, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
That
he
was
used
Mm.
Discord. Yeah, he did.
See, part of me wants to question because AI is something that's like so fresh, but it's rapidly growing. And as far as like growth and power and all that, one of my things that I wonder is like, can you apply legalities to it? Like, can you put restraints on AI because it's so like fast growing? It's probably going to outgrow us. Like, what do you guys
Well,
think about that?
see, this
Yeah,
is
no,
I
that's
think
what
they're
makes.
gonna get him. They're gonna get him on something. They're gonna get him on something. Um, even if even if he technically didn't do anything illegal, because what he did was like morally wrong, they'll get him on something.
And
Because I
that's
was thinking when I was watching it, I was thinking like, well, it's fucked up that he used kids. That's fucked up. So because of it, it makes it like child pornography, but not really because they're not AI isn't real. It's not real people. And then my other thought process is like when you use AI for like pornography, you would want to see like celebrities. So is that also gonna be illegal? Like I get why this guy belongs behind bars. He did it like with the image of children. So that's fucked up. I just don't exactly understand how it's illegal.
See,
I
if
mean,
Right?
that's
See,
the thing.
in the
So
video they were saying. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say like, all right, in the video they were talking about like to your question, Lady Senpai. They were talking about like how like they're starting to make laws like certain states have already started putting laws down for AI, but it's not like they just starting. It's so like you said, AI is just becoming such a fast thing. Like it's happening so fast. Laws haven't caught up yet, but they're starting to put laws or whatever. And to what you were saying, Josh, about like celebrities. I mean, it's crazy because a lot of like they've been doing this for so long, but a lot of times when they do AI to celebrities about celebrities, it's young celebrities. It's not like there. It's a lot of like it's still kids when you think about it.
Shit, that's terrible.
Melissa,
Yeah, like
yeah.
it's still yeah. So it's not. It's the same thing basically.
Well, what I was
No, yeah,
gonna
that's
say
that's
was
that's really.
this. There's actually some form of a fight going on with this right now, kind of within the anime community because of the AI art that was generated within that, and so people started like suing
Mm,
because they're like, "Yo, you're copying my art style, and you're just turning it into like a filter on your little app thing." You know what I'm saying? On your AI art generator. So, I believe there is some form of a legal battle going on amongst that right now, and I just haven't really looked into it enough to know the finer details. But I think the end results of how that plays out, whether this person who's suing wins and or loses, will kind of start setting the term. Basically, there is no fine line with AI, and we need to find it. And people are going to sue because instances like this are going to happen. Like, I think even though this guy got locked up, he might have grounds to sue. You know what I'm saying? Because like he can make the argument that none of this stuff that you're trying to charge, none of this material is real. You know what I'm saying? It's not
mm-hmm.
authentic, sexual material. So just like Josh was
Yeah.
saying, if someone went online right now and was looking up some type of sexual content, there is all types of cartoons and celebrity AI and blah blah blah, all types of sexual graphic nature. But you know that that's not real because that never happened with that celebrity. That never happened in that cartoon. So it's like, is all that stuff illegal, or is all that stuff free rights? Free grounds to use, and what's it called? Creative freedom, creative exploration, blah blah blah. I don't know what the term's called, but
See,
we got to find that fine line because that's where we stand.
mm,
Like this, technically, this dude was. And I don't even want to defend him, so I don't even want to say what I was gonna say because I was like,
Right,
I
right.
don't want nobody to think I'm on his side. So like, I don't even want to give him no help. So I'm gonna just retract my statement
no,
and
but
just
but
be
like
like,
the point, I see
we
what you're
gotta
trying to
find
get
the
at. Because
line.
for real, AI is just theory. Like in all, AI is just theory. It's not anything truly solidified because it isn't done by a human being. So for real, all in all, AI is just like theoretics based on different topics and like images and all that. So like again, like it isn't technically real, but it is technically a real like concept. He was just giving the ability to make his little fantasy a little more than a fantasy.
Yeah, it's so
Can
hard
he,
to
can he
talk
get like?
about.
I wouldn't. Can he get caught? Because like, right, they were saying he was when he was making this stuff, he was making it and it's like distributing it to other people, right? So could he
Right.
get caught? Like, can they say he's like putting the thought of like I don't know like
Like
he's
feeding it.
putting a thought into
Influencing.
other people's minds to go do these things to real people?
once you start
Uh, I
distributing it,
don't.
See,
other
influence is
things
a
are
different
different.
thing. Influence is a different thing.
Once
Right.
you
It's
start distributing
that's
it, that's different to me because I think now you're soliciting sex to minors. You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
that's who you're selling it to, and that in itself should be illegal. And if I think, I don't know, I don't know the law like that,
It,
but
it
I just think that alone
it
is
is.
illegal.
You have to be. You have to be. You're supposed to have to be 18 to buy stuff like that. To purchase stuff like that.
So yeah, there you go. That right there should be enough to throw away the key on that guy. But if we
That's
take the
why.
key
That's
away
why
from
my
him,
master. That's why my master plan didn't work. See, what I should have did when I was 12 is I should have robbed the bank, but I should have did it naked because you can't use any of the footage because I'm a minor.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's true
that is wild. That is wild
Yo,
work.
Nah,
what
see,
the
now I'm about to
beat?
hire my little brother and be like, "Yo, go rob a bank." Nah, that's crazy.
That is
Just don't wear
wild.
no clothes.
though.
That's fucking
Well,
wild.
I think that's a good time to make a segue into what our pod topics are going to be for today. And so I'm gonna just start at the top, and we'll work our way down. So we're gonna start honestly with Vosto's topics because I'm seeing them at the top right here. So we're gonna pick at least one of these, but he gave us three. So I'm gonna read all three of them, and let's see which one sounds the most hype for y'all. We'll get to
Can I
that
say two
on
things
the
real
next
quick?
pod. Yeah.
Can I say two things? Because I already said it, but I didn't say it on the podcast. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. There is no Epstein list.
Hey, please.
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
goodness. How is there no list when people have seen it and have seen names on the list?
I have not.
Pe-
I have not. Wink, wink.
People have
Not wink, wink. Seen a list.
pe- people have also seen a war in Ba Sing Se, but there is no war
In
Oh
Bossing Set?
my goodness.
in Ba Sing Se.
You know, he might have a
It's
point.
not real, I guess. I'm confused.
He might have a point. I don't know. I might be
Lost.
disappointed.
You ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, I know
Vasta?
what you're talking about.
Greatest
That's
movie of all time.
Right. So it's like clearly a blatant lie that they tell right in front of your face,
He's trying to
but you know
hypnotize you.
that yeah, but you know what's really going on.
Mm. Put the medallion in front of your face and swing it back and forth. There's no war. There's no war.
Right.
You all love your
Man.
government. There's no war.
All right. Well, look, we gonna read these pod topics now. Pod topic one: why hip hop fans are drawn to anime and vice versa. Pod topic two: which anime characters you feel were heavily influenced by hip hop. And pod topic three: which anime villains do you feel were low key kind of right?
I like two because I have a lot of knowledge about one specific character that comes to mind.
It better not be Killer B.
It's absolutely Killer B.
Fucking Killer B.
she's gonna say Afro Samurai.
All right.
I want to
Well,
say one thing. Though. I think the reason why most people who are into hip hop are drawn to anime also will be for like the vibrant colors, the music, the themes, and stuff like that.
Mm. I actually
Oh,
like
you
this
see
topic
that?
a lot because I got a couple of different like obviously it's not set in stone until we know truly who the artist is, but I kind of have a couple of theories on why it's kind of becoming more mainstream.
Where you going with
Okay,
that
and
one?
I'm gonna go in on those reasons. So one of the first things I kind of think about is a lot of artists or just creatives in general are generally weird ass people, and you commonly you do get bashed for like liking certain things and specifics and just your hobbies or whatever the case is. So you kind of just hold like face or a mask to the public so that you remain like relatable and all that. And I think because of the trend of anime becoming, a normal thing, that celebrities or our rappers and artists are just becoming more comfortable with expressing the things that they already like. And it just happens to also be, animation, anime, and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Because like I feel like these artists were already liking these things, and like we are just now allowing them as fans to give them a platform to feel comfortable enough to be themselves just a little bit more.
So in general, we're feeding the hype.
But then also double-edged sword, guys. I kind of also feel like it's a fad thing because it is becoming a little bit like normalized, and there has been a couple of like hard hitters who have said that like they love anime so much. So now everyone's like, oh, so it's not a weird thing to like anime, and I think that's also creating that like push for it because it's becoming a fad. It's like, oh, well, they said it's cool, so it's cool now. Like that's also like that too. Double-edged sword.
Our generation made it cool though because we used to get picked on like when we were for what we used to like when we were kids. So we as we inherited the earth, in our fucking 30s and 40s, we decided to do what we liked as a kid, but as an adult, and other people just follow suit.
Did you
It
say
showed
30s and
other people
40s?
that pretty much, like, that's kind of like, to me at least, that's when like you have the most influence over the world because you're at a higher elevation of mindset and you also have more money than you had when you were in your 20s.
Mm. Heavy on the money.
I ain't saying I ain't saying any of us are in our 40s or anything like that,
No, that's
but
how I
I'm
was like,
saying
whoa,
like
whoa.
yeah, I'm saying like it's gonna continue. Like the
Mm.
shit, it's not over. This is the beginning. It's not over.
Yeah, and
Like our generation is gonna still continue.
yo, my bad.
Oh,
Just
go
to
ahead, bro.
piggyback off of what you were getting at, I had heard this one chick talk about like how your life starts changing in like all different types of ways once you hit your 30s because it's like it's just that awareness, that wisdom that you lacked through your 20s, and now that you're more familiar with like the daily routine of life and stuff, you don't get as stressed out, you don't get as, you don't get caught off guard as much in life. You're more, adapted to the things that go on because you done seen all these crazy things that have happened in the world already, and all the things that we see. Once you see a repeat pattern of them, like, oh, okay, imagine we were all born in like the 60s, and so now you're seeing like serial killers pop up, and then how you've seen over the years how killers have become like a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like there used to be one or two out there. Now there's something going on in the world all the time. And it's because of like the internet and how we were able to connect around the world. We're now seeing things outside of our community. You know what I'm saying? Before, whenever something would happen back in like the 70s or the 80s, the only people that knew about it were the people that either seen it or heard about it. But then when you get like to the early 2000s, when people start carrying cell phones around on the daily, like when teenagers start carrying cell phones around, that's when everybody's got a camera in their hand now. And so everybody has the chance to record this, that, and the third, and you post it online, on YouTube, wherever you want to post it, and everybody can see that. And so now the girl that got beat up at school, or the dude that shit himself in sixth grade, not just the whole school knows about that, the whole world knows about that. And
Which is crazy.
you know what I'm saying? But like
It's crazy.
you become more prepared for that type. You become more prepared for the things that happen in life when you reach your 30s and your 40s, just because you have the wisdom, you know what I'm saying, and you've adapted over the years. So I see what you're getting at.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Also, it's also like our creations, like our like basically we're at that age where like everything that we like we make. So anime's made by our generation, music's made by our generation, like computer programming made by our generation, video games made by our generation. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. So we inherit. It's our time now to inherit the earth, and in a few years, it'll be somebody else's time.
Hmm.
That's when we become
Okay, I see what you
dinosaurs.
mean.
That's when we're like, man,
Yeah,
ain't none of that
back in
shit
my day.
good. What is this
Back in my
bullshit
day,
called music?
I was thinking it made me think I just had this random thought today because like I see a lot of people wear Crocs. I fucking hate Crocs. I do. I'm sorry. I hate them.
They're
But
ass.
our our generation had their own version of Crocs. Does anybody know what it was?
Talking about the fucking loafers.
Nah, it was yeah, kinda. It was Vans. Got my
Oh,
Vans on,
I
but
was
they
like,
look like sneakers.
I was like, what's the one other shoe that I like hated back in the day? I was like, man, I always hated Vans. And then you were like,
It was the slip-ons. The slip-on Vans were our version of Crocs.
I hated those, man.
Shit.
I really did.
you
I didn't like Vans or
wear
Converse.
you wearing cold whites, but my Vans look cleaner.
Man, you didn't like Converse? How did you not? Did somebody
Nah,
well then
stomp you
that
out? Somebody stomped you out in a pair of Converse,
well
didn't they?
nope.
well here's the thing.
Hey,
Here's
what?
the thing. What
Get
here
there real quick.
here's the thing, because what that really means is that means that he was wearing the Coke Whites. And for people that don't know what those are, there was a song for those. It's Stomping in My Air Force Ones.
On gang. Bird.
Ah,
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I stay with the black. Stayed with
yeah,
the
I'm about
black.
to say he had the black Air Force energy. I already know. I already know.
I even know. I didn't even know about that hype about niggas wearing black Air Forces. I just rocked them because I liked them. Nobody fucked with me.
Bro, you're
I,
a menace to
Damn.
society and you were just willingly wearing those. I don't care what they look like. They're just like imbued in energy. Like no matter what, like every pair of black forces are like they have something wrong with them. There's some energy inside of them that just make you want to be on timing.
Bro, you got a pair of
that
Converse.
Orochimaru
Okay.
Orochimaru bites every pair of black Air Forces before y'all buy them.
No, that has that has.
Possessing them.
hey, I want some. Hey, now I want to Josh. Can you make me a pair? I want some black curse mark. Some black curse.
Air Forces.
I thought.
Man,
Bro, low key, last time I went to Foot Locker, I couldn't even buy plain black Air Forces. They just didn't
Damn.
have them.
You know what you
you
gotta
don't
hear
have
after
that
that,
time no more.
motherfucker.
You
If they got one.
don't got it in you no more. You don't got that dog in you.
Apparently not.
You were like, man, what was
Yeah.
I doing wearing these? I didn't even really think about
Hey, hey,
What was I thinking?
I just thought about like how they strip like the Wakandan like powers and shit. Like once you take the shoes off, the powers do slip away.
That's wild.
Oh
Just get weak. You start losing your savagery.
You got dreads and you take them off, they start untwisting.
Like
oh
no,
no.
You get the low top fade, nigga.
the heart shaped forces.
That'd be so wild. You're like, actually, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry.
Oh
You
god.
fucking use that big voice and be like, "Hi, how are you doing?"
But I want to
um,
answer the third question from Vosto's pod topics because I feel like we already kind of answered at least one. I think that's what we kind of stuck to. But I know Josh, you
we
said you
actually
got
asked
all
him too.
types of topics on Killer B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to know
Yeah,
that
and
stuff.
I can make it quick. So, all right. So, first off, I gotta just take a second to get my thought process together. Gotta recall old knowledge. So, first off, this nigga's black with fucking cornrows, and he raps. Killer B. All right. So, let me dive deep into this. Dive deeper into this. Who are known as the Killer Bees? Who has a song called Killer Bee Killer Bees? Wu Tang Clan. They rock the black and yellow, representing the Killer Bees.
Mm.
They also have an album called The Swarm, and Wu Tang Clan is known to rap. This nigga is a allegory for Wu Tang Clan. He's a love letter to the Wu Tang Clan through and through. This nigga's name is B. Killer is a moniker. This nigga's caught so many bodies they call him Killer B, but this nigga's name is B, and he's also the only nigga in the Hidden Cloud that raps. He's a perfect fusion of anime, kung fu, and hip hop.
Wow, I haven't thought about it like that.
Honestly, I didn't know all of that about him.
That's
Yeah,
fucking.
That's fire.
Nah, bro.
that's all I want to say.
There's a lot of there's a lot of symbolism in the Naruto characters, but to be real, if you don't know them like that, a lot of that shit will go over your head. And I don't know Killer B like that, so I ain't really know any of that. But
Yeah, it's I sometimes I dive too deep in this stuff.
nah, I do the same thing. I just didn't do it with that character. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you all types of
I would
shit
say no.
about that
That's a great dive into, because I mean, we know everything originates with us, and so that's even cool to even know that they would do something like that. So
Yeah, in the Asian community, it's a stereotype that all black people got hands.
character.
I love it personally.
Oh shit.
Man, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I kind of wanna dive into a video game real quick to answer the third question. But nah, actually, let me stick to anime because that's what it says, anime villain. So I will say an anime villain that was low key right off the top of my head, Vegeta. Vegeta has never been wrong about anything other than the fact that he thought he was a Super Saiyan when he wasn't. But look, it's because he was
The
seeing the
master of the
future
league.
and he just didn't know that he wasn't a Super Saiyan yet. But he knew that he was going to be a Super Saiyan. But he
Look,
was right
man.
about everything, and what I mean by that is this. So if you know the Dragon Ball story, you know he had to come to Earth because Frieza was after him and blah blah blah. He enslaved his planet, and so he had to listen to him. But he did an uprising, a coup, and started killing off all of Frieza's men, and told Goku, who was his only real support, the only team that he had, he was like, "Look, we gotta kill this dude because he's not just a threat to my race. He's not just a threat to Saiyans. He's a threat to the whole universe." And if you look at the story later on, yeah, they killed Frieza, but he came back, and he is most definitely a threat to the whole universe right now. So I'm like, Vegeta was 100% right. They needed to kill him, and they should have never brought him back for the Tournament of Power because that's what led him to getting. Yeah, actually, to be real, he was wished back by his own friends first, and then they wished him back for the Tournament of Power. So they should have never did that, but like he was gonna come back regardless because his own sidekicks resurrected him. So Vegeta was never wrong. We should have listened to him from the start, and he is the true warrior prince. And you know what I'm
Prince of
saying?
all Saiyans.
The spread the
All of
bullshit.
Can I piggyback?
Go ahead.
All right, and these aren't my thoughts. These come from the RZA. But basically, he was saying that if you look at Saiyans' hair, they're basically niggas with dreads. He was like, and if you think about it, the Saiyans, their homeland was destroyed, and they were enslaved, and they had to serve the white man, Frieza. When the Saiyans achieve their true power, their hair becomes gold. Black people love gold. And then if you follow Super, the white man imitates the black man, so now we have Golden Frieza.
Damn.
And
Mm.
we ain't even gonna talk about Black Frieza. We ain't even gonna do that. Cause that shit just makes it come full circle.
Right.
Everybody wanted to be black. Remember when Goku wanted to be black? I
Don't
was
shoot him.
feeling
He's
that
not
though.
black.
I
He's
was
not
feeling
black.
that though, cause that look, that
Uh,
wasn't Super Saiyan Goku. That was Super Saiyan Rose. You know what I'm saying? It hit different when you put that rose in it.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? We would have got some of the best shit talking from Frieza we would ever get if Frieza ever seen a Super Saiyan 4.
Oh man, yo, he would be calling them all types of monkeys.
Yo, he would go crazy.
I can see thinking something,
All
you know,
types of
speaking
catchphrases. Because he already has them. and that's
no,
without Super
that wasn't
Saiyan
the
4.
advantage by Super Saiyan 4. That nigga
Bro,
was thinking
he ain't even seen Super Saiyan 4, but he already got what he needs to say, bro. He already got it.
nigga got a lot
Yeah,
You
it's,
know
it's
Goku
crazy.
wouldn't let him get
of
nothing out,
with
though.
the shit
Goku would
he
put
about when
hands on
Broly was
him so
fucking him up in
fast.
the movie.
They ain't nobody
He gonna
beating
start
Super
rapping.
Saiyan 4.
Bruh, right? So
But yeah, okay,
All right,
let's
so
get into these
I,
other
I was gonna say
podcasts.
one more character about that.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. And then we'll switch.
Oh no, I was gonna say Pain. I agree with I kind of agree with Pain because like if you think about it, Pain, he believed that true peace could only come through like shared suffering, right? Which is kind of
right.
true if you think about it. If you think about it, if everybody experiences the same thing, they would understand each other.
Okay, well let me tell you why
And
Mm.
that's BS. Let me tell you why I never
yeah, go ahead, go
agreed
ahead.
with that. Because look, okay, so if everybody experienced the same thing, then we would all know and want to lead towards peace. You know what I'm saying? If everybody felt pain, we would know that it hurts and we don't want to feel it, and then we all strive towards peace. That's the goal. But that's only if
Right, right.
everybody thinks that. Because what if someone feels pain and they like that, and they liked and they wanted to inflict more pain on others because they just wanted other people to feel bad like that. So that ideology only works if it's enforced. You know what I'm saying? Like, and of course, Pain was gonna enforce it, so it would have worked for him the way he was trying to do it. But in the reality of things, no, that would have never worked because not everybody's gonna think the same exact way. And so it's like, oh, what? You cause pain to me. Well, now I want to cause pain to others. It takes one person to think like that. And now your whole thing just went down the drain because he's out here causing complete chaos. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to get rid of him to try to bring some type of equilibrium to what you're doing. But what if his ideas, what if his mentalities start to influence others? What if everybody just starts going around causing pain to each other because it was taught to them to do that? You know what I'm saying?
All right, but
Like,
I,
wasn't that like you said that? But that was part of
hold on.
his that was part of his
Yeah.
like to control and,
So
and make everybody feel it like to like he was going to make it happen. So that's kind of part of it. What was like if you think about it.
okay, so he wants you to feel pain
um
so that you cause pain to others.
no, so that you understand it and that you don't cause pain to others. What he
Right.
says is What he says is, we are both ordinary men driven to seek vengeance under the banner of justice. However, there is justice in vengeance, then justice will only breed more vengeance and trigger a cycle of hatred. We are living in the middle of such a phenomenon right now.
You right. And so I just think if okay, giving more context to what we're establishing, I just think the cycle was never gonna end with things
Right.
going the way that he was doing them currently. And
And
that's why I feel
eventually,
like deep down he listened to Naruto because Naruto was giving
yeah,
him a different option, and that
per-
was the
a
option
different
that he came
perspective.
up with. That was the most absolute, that he felt like, yo, this is the way to solve everything. And then Naruto was like, well, I think we should try this, and you know what I'm saying. That's what kind of led to what happened in the story. But yeah, I just think his way of thinking was wrong. I think Payne's way of is he's a cool ass character, but I think his way of thinking, his logic was flawed.
I don't know. It's crazy. Like let's say that like Naruto never stopped him, right? And he wins, right? Technically,
Hmm.
he would have succeeded in his idea because he would have caused mass destruction, which then basically makes world peace.
Okay, but look,
Hey,
Yeah, yeah,
see,
I've
y'all gotta
seen
be thinking. Y'all gotta be thinking about some villains now.
I
I've
was gonna
seen it.
say just
I've
because he
seen
says
his.
it doesn't mean it's right. Because I mean, same thing with Madara. Madara was gonna quote unquote save the world. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say
But the way that
Thanos.
he
Thanos is
did
a
it,
great
that
example.
wasn't that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta.
Right.
Are we talking about morality, or are we talking about just executing the plan? Because if we talking about just executing the plan, yeah, I think Pain could have did it because I think Pain could have beat Naruto. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Here's
my
the thing,
opinion.
though, right? Here's the here's the thing, though, right? Pain's ideology has worked just in other anime. So like my one of my favorite like quote unquote magical eye powers comes from this character named Lelouch, and he's from this show called Code Geass. And Lelouch pretty much enacts Pain's ideology, and in turn, what happens is the world unites against him. So the world is
Lelouch is the
united,
original
and the
Pain.
only person that's hated is Lelouch.
Lelouch is the original Pain.
That's crazy.
Man, you're
Okay,
not
so I
wrong.
have two characters, but I don't want to go into the explanations. Like I have two villains, I think, who I don't think they're completely in the wrong, but I don't want to explain.
No, that's
Okay,
good
and
because we got to get to the next pod topic anyway. But go ahead and drop
okay,
them.
okay. So yeah, first one is Killmonger. I think that's like obvious, you financial
That's right.
royalty. And then
That's right. And Jonica.
also Kuma from One Piece. But I digress. We can move on.
What? Akuma was wrong. That man was wrong for what he did to his
You
sensei.
know, you said we're moving on. We're moving on. No explanation.
I'm
No, he
just
doesn't get the
playing.
explanation. All right,
I'm
Kuma
just
did what he
playing
had to do.
anyway.
All right.
But nah, that
All right,
actually
next
As
one.
well
takes
as that,
us.
he's still saving lives. Okay, you know what?
No, that
Next
actually
topic.
takes us right into our next topic anyway, though, because so they're making a new live action Street Fighter movie, and they've already confirmed some of the
Boom.
people that are they've already confirmed some of the people that are gonna be playing some of the characters. And if you're not excited for that, then it is what it is. But I kind of wanted to see if there was a character or an actor y'all would want to see play in this movie. They have 50 Cent playing Balrog. They have Roman Reigns playing Akuma.
Roman Reigns. Roman Marianne Reigns.
Yep. Roman Reigns is playing Akuma, and they got Cody Rhodes to play Guile. So I don't think that casting is bad. They actually casted a few other characters as well. They casted some chick that I don't know for Chong Li, but I think she'll be able to pull off the role. She kind of looks, like she could fit the role. But there's also a casting for Vega, a casting for Ken and Ryu, and maybe one other person that I'm not remembering right now. Oh, Bison. That's what I was gonna say. I don't know if they have Bison confirmed or not, but who would you guys want to see play Bison? Also, who else would you want to see in the movie that hasn't been named? And I'm gonna go first because I just want to get my character out before anybody steals this person. My favorite Street Fighter character of all time is Fei Long, and I wish he would be in the movie, but like I heard there's some legal ties with that character, and they don't want Fei Long appearing in the movies or the games anymore, which kind of sucks. But I would love to see Fei Long pop up in the movie, if even if it was just for something for comedy or some shit like that, because he's not a real main character anyway. But he's my favorite Street Fighter character, so that's why I would want to see him.
But
But
who would you want to play him though?
you know what? I did not think about that, but I would take the. You know what? I kind of want to see what's his name, but I don't think that would be a good casting. That's just kind of what I'm thinking off the top from the Cobra Kai show. Miguel. I just like
Uh,
the actor, so I just think throw him in something. But I don't think he would fit the role. I just That's what came to mind.
well, I'm black, so I got to put Michael B. Jordan in every movie. So I want Michael B. Jordan to be DJ.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh, you know what? Jason Momoa is also in the movie. That's who I was forgetting.
Oh, that's
I
fire.
gotta put
Yeah,
some respect on his
Jason
name.
Momoa.
Jason Momoa is
What is he
playing
yeah,
playing?
Momoa.
he's
And see, and that's kind of why I was like, you know what? Although this is a live action movie again, they look like they're putting out the budget. You know what I'm saying? When you can hire Jason Momoa and 50 Cent in the same movie and you're
and
getting
Roman
these
Reigns.
wrestlers, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you're getting these wrestlers. These dudes are top paid wrestlers. Like Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes were the face of wrestling for a minute. I don't know. I think this movie has the potential to be pretty good, but it's a live action movie, so you just don't know. You can't have any faith in it. You want it to be, but like, Now, anyway, so who do you guys want to see? And you said Michael B. Jordan for DJ.
Yeah, I was kind of joking. The reason why it's hard for me to pick somebody is because I got really excited about the Mortal Kombat movie, and it's because I heard that Johnny Cage was supposed to be the exact same person I wanted him to be because I feel like this person is Johnny Cage in real life, but they
Okay.
ended up not casting him. But it was supposed to be The Miz.
Yeah, you are
Easy to show.
dead right. Oh my God, The Miz is 100% Johnny Cage, and I cannot
Johnny
unsee
Cage.
that. I cannot unsee that now. That is crazy work, but you are not wrong. Oh wow,
That's what I wanted him. I wanted so bad.
I feel like we got robbed. I feel like we got robbed. Man, I can't believe I never knew that. I can't.
It
I wish we would have got that movie. I definitely wish we would have got that.
would have been perfect. Um, this move, like Street Fighter, is kind of hard. For me to like cast real people into, because like as I'm sure I'm not the only person, but we've been following Street Fighter our whole lives. So it's like, dang, like who's the perfect Ryu? Who's the perfect Ken? Like, who's
Yeah.
the perfect Vega? Like, It's hard. It's
You right.
tough.
You are dead right about that. Cause like I feel like no matter who they get, I'm not gonna be feeling that. You know what I'm saying? The Ryu and the Ken right off the
Yeah.
back, I feel like there's nothing you can do. And I've asked other people, who would you get to play to Ryu or Ken? My brother, he said, "Yo, I want Ken to be played by Owen Wilson," and I was like,
What?
"That is automatically a comedy." Like I don't care what you say. If you made Owen Wilson Ken Masters, this is a comedy and nothing else. But anyway,
Yeah,
but
right.
That's
I
why it's
know.
so hard though, because like it's so many characters. You gonna how do you cast every single one?
Nah, you don't have to cast everyone. I was just asking
Man.
for like, who would you want to see in the movie and who would you want to see play them?
No, you don't. But I'm saying in general, it's still a lot of characters. It's just hard to cast. Like, does the cast come like go well together? It's a lot that goes into it.
Facts, you right.
Hmm.
Um,
Cause like, bro, like I absolutely want Sagat, but I don't know who I want to play him.
dang, yeah, you
I don't
right.
even care. I don't even care if he's just in that one scene where he gets beat by Ryu. If that's the only scene he's in, I'll be happy. But I need him in the movie.
Man, do y'all
Hmm.
remember the old school Street Fighter 2 animated movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was your favorite fight in that movie?
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I like everything I would pick would be childish because I was a child at that time. So it has to be the fucking Ryuken double Hadouken for to Bison like that. That shit was
Yeah.
legendary.
Sweet.
Man, you are
Mhm.
dead on it. Like that fight is epic. But my favorite fight is because my favorite character was Fei Long when he fought Ryu in that bar. Man, that was crazy to me. Like
Hit him with
basically,
that fire kick.
yeah, bro. No, like the whole thing. He jumped. Ryu cracked somebody's skull open because they were forcing him to fight. And then Fei Long was like, "Oh, homie actually knows how to do something." So he jumped out of the crowd and was like, "Oh, see me then." You know what I'm saying? If you really know how to fight. And so they started scrapping. At first he got a couple hits in, and then Ryu got a couple hits in. But you see the gambling promoter on the side. He's like, "Hold up, this dude's actually getting some hits on Fei Long. Like we ain't ever seen this before." And then Ryu caught him with this nasty combo and made him like land on his arm or some shit like that. So now his whole left arm is just fucked. And he rolls back. And then Ryu was like, "Man, this shit is over." And then Fei Long was like, "No, get ready. You haven't seen anything yet." And I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I thought the fight was over too. You know what I'm saying? But no, so he jumps into
Yeah.
that flashy fire kick that you're talking about, and man,
Yep. That.
I
Pop, pop, pop,
love
pop.
that. That's my favorite part of the movie because the move looked amazing, but also they played him right after that because that's his power move. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to put somebody down with that. But you're telling me Ryu took that to the chest and popped right back up on the drop of a dime and jumped
Yeah.
into his own super move? I was like,
Yeah.
yo, Ryu is not
Yeah.
playing
That
with
was some
this dude.
bullshit.
Yes, he should have been down for longer than that, but it just looked so cool that I can't even hate. You know what I'm saying? Like he caught Fei Long slipping, and Fei Long landed on his neck too. And so I'll never forget that watching that as a kid because I was like, "Oh my god, is he dead?" Because like he landed on his neck, and I was just like, "Whoa." But anyway, that's my favorite fight, and that shit just popped into my head. So.
Yeah. That shit was crazy.
Guru, you don't got a favorite moment from that movie?
Nah, not really. Because what I was thinking of was the anime itself. That's what I was thinking of.
Um.
Yeah. Now that one has some
Weren't
good
thinking about
fight.
wasn't thinking about the movie.
Nah, let's think about the anime, bro.
I have a favorite phrase from the original live action movie.
Are you talking
Okay.
about that throwback?
Yeah, and it's the bison thing that you guys probably heard me say before, and it's like, you are blessed the day bison walked into your village, but for me, it was just Tuesday. That's my shit.
Bison is menace. Yeah, I hope they find someone good to play him. To be real, because you know what I'm saying. If he's gonna be the main villain, you want to have a good villain, not some crazy off the wall like Jack Black is Bison.
Nah, I'll take Terry
Uh,
Crews as Bison.
But
what
nah,
if this is gonna sound crazy? What if
mm,
Henry Cavill played Bison?
I'm not mad
What
at
if
that.
Henry Cavill played Bison?
I'm not mad at that, but I would want to see. I would want to see it done justice. I would want to see a bad Henry Cavill. That one would make me feel
Yeah,
some type of way. If he didn't nail that role, I wouldn't. I wouldn't feel the same way about Henry Cavill whenever he does pop up in something. Because right now, I feel like he's goaded. You know what I'm saying? You throw his name out anytime, and people are gonna want to see him. But if you give me a shitty
facts.
Bison, you will lose all respect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know if we need to go there. But I want to jump into the
don't
next pod
don't take the
topic.
chance.
Yeah, let's not take a chance on Henry Cavill. Um, I want to jump into the next podcast. This one's for you, Josh, because the next one's gonna be the last one. And that's gonna be our main event. So I wanted to tell you about Four Extra, and because you said you didn't know, and this is a current event that I know some people are talking about. It's it's big news. It was viral. You know what I'm saying? So I know you said Four Extra is your spirit animal. So I want to ask you, how was uh how was you feeling on the 4th of July?
Oh, I know about that, but only because it's the video that you put in the topic.
You look, there's more to that story. You didn't get the full details. So, is if you know
Oh,
the
okay.
basic, then okay, you're good to go. But for those that aren't aware, your boy Four Extra got into an accident, an unfortunate accident that's gonna change the rest of his life. But apparently he ended up blowing off one of his hands during the 4th of July because he had some illegal fireworks. Now, okay, there's a couple of different directions I want to go with this, but I'm gonna just try to hit the key topics. 607 Unk is involved with this story, is where some people are saying, because pretty much they were saying like he did some voodoo thing or whatever, and he was on Instagram, TikToking, and did some type of ritual. And then when he got off of his phone is when that happened, and it was on the same day. It was around the same time. You know what I'm saying? And they said he was putting up pictures where he was mocking Four Extra after that happened. So there, for anybody that believes in voodoo, actually, let me be that. Let's let that be the question. Who here believes in voodoo?
I do.
I believe it's a real thing.
Okay, yeah. Look, I don't, I don't
Yeah,
believe
I
in it.
dabble in some knowledge.
Okay, look, we're about on the same page. I think we all believe it's real, but a lot of us haven't really maybe experienced it. And if you have, then you probably aren't sure about how you feel about it. So you know, I get it. But yeah, it's all up for speculation. It's really on whether or not you believe that's what happened. But unfortunately, that's the result. 4Extra ended up blowing his hand off because he had some dirty fireworks. Now, where the story gets like crazier is there were people that live in that city, that live in that area, that know where that happened at. And so they went over there after that happened, and it was reported. Some people had took pictures. They said you could still see his fingers on the floor, which tells you that the people, the paramedics or whatever, never picked him up when they came and did whatever they did to get him to the hospital. I'm just like, that's crazy. So like he had his blown off fingers just sitting on the sidewalk somewhere. People were walking by and taking pictures. Very, very nasty work. But yeah, it's something that's gonna change his life for the rest of his life. And there are people on like, the gang side of things or whatever. That there are people questioning whether or not it's gonna affect any of that. I don't know him like that, so I really won't even speak on any of that. All I'm just saying is he's gonna have to move differently now, and he was getting into podcasting, so people are saying that's gonna be his new bread and butter. But he used to be a man of the streets. You know what I'm saying? He used to be certified. What was your catchphrase that you heard from him, Josh? You said something about you knew one of his
The Christmas.
catchphrases.
Oh yeah, somebody asked him what he wanted for Christmas. He said Two Face and a squabble.
Crazy. So like
Fucking
he was
class.
known for fighting. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? He was known for throwing those hands. So it's very unfortunate that he ended up losing one, or both. I really don't know the severity of the situation, but yeah, man, I had seen him in an interview or some shit like that. Somebody said asked him a question. They were like, "What's the most fades you ever had at one time?" And he said, "I had to fade 10
10 in a
niggas
row.
at the same time, 10 niggas in a row." And then he was like, "Oh, there was a different day where I had to fade 9 niggas in a row." So it's just like he's used to fighting multiple people, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't lose. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what he's known for. So he was a legend in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it's just unfortunate what happened to him. But yeah, I just wanted to at least mention it, bring it up because you said that's your boy. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to put you on game on what happens.
Yeah, it's
It's
sad,
crazy.
but yeah, that's why you gotta kind of like you gotta think twice about some things. You know,
Something. Was it karma or was it voodoo?
it right, and
That's
that's
what it's gonna come down to.
because it can absolutely be karma.
Or could it
But
be that
those are
Karma took away the one thing that he loved.
But see,
yeah,
what makes the voodoo seem strong though is why did it happen on the same day around the same time? That's that's the one where it's like they said something like he turned his phone off 4:30, 5:30. You got paramedics calling at like 6.
yeah, and the dude is taking credit
Not
for
look,
doing it. Like
I don't
he's
think he's taking credit for it because let's just to do a little speed update on him. uh Whoever reported it in that video or whatever, I think they work for No Jumper. I'm not 100% sure, but No Jumper's owned by Adam 22, and 607 Unk sent a cease and desist to Adam 22 because he was like, I don't want uh your No Jumper employees reporting on things that are like associated with me, because he was like, it's harming my image, it's defamatory towards my spiritual work. And you know what I'm saying? So we know that's what he's talking about. And with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's taking credit for doing that. But I understand why you would say that because I saw the same picture you probably saw where he was, making fun of or mimicking or mocking 4Extra for what happened.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
believe in voodoo, then you know who did it. But that's only if you believe. You know what I'm saying? That's only if you believe.
Power of
Um,
voodoo. Who do you do?
let's go to the next pod topic because this is gonna be the last one before I have to, end this session. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this video I came across because a side hobby of mine is listening to audio comics or audio stories because I be at work, and when I'm at work, I be on my computer working and stuff like that. Sometimes I need something in the background. So I came across this video, and it's about a comic book, but I believe the story is called Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. And don't quote me on that bit, but I know that's a phrase that's said within the story, so I believe that's the name of the story. But has anybody here ever played Animal Crossing?
Not really, but I know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what it is.
All right. So for those that don't know what it is, it's like a simple slice of life game where you collect resources and stuff. You live in a town where everybody's kind of like animals. Everybody's animals, but they all like work together in a community and stuff like that. And the community all gets along with each other, so like the game is fun because you're chatting with all your people that you get to know as your friends. Well, this comic book takes that premise and then they throw a serial killer in the mix. And that's like the huge plot twist. So I want to get that out of the way, right out of the way. But like, I promise you, the story is so much more than that. And so, if I'm going to give you a synopsis, this is what the story is about. There is there is this lady who she's a bear. She lives in this town and everybody there is like animal people or whatever, but she she meets this this bird, and she starts talking to the bird, and then basically they get to know each other and they go out, and long story short, she ends up killing the guy, and it reveals that she's the serial killer. But this is where I'm like, there's so much more to the story because I'm trying to give you a synopsis without spoiling too much. But this big spoiler I'm giving you is that she's the killer. But that's the beginning of the book. So I'm like, I'm telling you something, but I'm telling you nothing at the same time. Cause the story is like this crazy who done it detective murder mystery crazy mind fuck where somebody in the city dies and nobody knows who it is. So everybody in town starts getting suspicious of each other. And that's where the story starts like getting crazy. And I don't want to say any more than that because I know you guys are going to watch the video. But it's such an awesome story, and it's kind of like an episode of listening to that video was kind of like watching an episode of CSI. You know what I'm saying? It was just plot twist after plot twist after plot twist. And so I wanted to bring attention to the story because I didn't let anybody know that when I dropped the video, there's actually a sequel to that story coming out pretty damn soon, and it's going to continue the story. So like I want you guys to watch the video so that when we do our next pod, we can talk more about it and what you guys thought. But I'm going to drop the second video as well. So that way everybody will be as caught up as I am. You know what I'm saying? But there's two parts to the story, and the story is all over the place. And yeah, man, you gotta check it out because, like I said, the main character is a serial killer, and it's just like, whoa, that's a huge plot twist. But I promise you, that's only a part of what the story's really about. So it's all the other elements mixed in with that make it a super crazy, wild, like what's gonna happen next type thing. But I know you, Senpai, and Josh, you said you didn't get to see that video. Guru, you did get to see the video though. So I wanted to ask you what were your thoughts? You know what I'm saying? What you thought after watching that first video.
After watching that first video, my thoughts was immediately like, I gotta go pick up this book and read into it myself because I got hooked. I wanted to read it so bad. I was like, yo, they need to go ahead and make an animation of this, and I definitely will watch it as a TV show. This shit had me thinking on so many different levels, questioning my morals. How would I feel about it if I was in this situation? Like, damn, it was a good read. Well, good listen, I should say.
I felt the same exact way. I wanted the book. As soon as I heard the episode, I was like, yo, I gotta look up where I can buy this at because I'm not just gonna get this one. I'm gonna get the second book that's coming out as well. So, you know what I'm saying? This is definitely gonna be a new series that I'm tapped into, and I hope that it continues because as far as I know, there's only 2 issues or whatever that's gonna be so far. But once you guys get into the story, I'm telling you, it's gonna take you somewhere. But um, you gave me a plot. You gave me a little something that I want to jump off of, actually, Ty. When you were talking about it, it
Work.
made me ask questions about my morals and stuff like that. But is there anybody else that wants to speak on this topic before I jump into a tangent?
Nah, I mean, I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow, so I will have input on the next time.
All right. What about you, Vasto?
Same. I'm gonna check it out next time. Probably tonight.
Okay.
I haven't
All
seen
right.
it.
So I'm gonna jump off into another tangent, and I'm gonna ask you guys this question: Has any of you guys seen Squid Games yet?
Yes.
I
No.
am not in the latest seasons. I think I'm like 2 seasons behind.
Did you guys? Okay, so you're 2 seasons behind. Did anybody see the newest season of Squid Game?
Yes. I've
I
seen
haven't
it.
seen the newest, but I do know like some of what happens. I've had some spoilers. So I do know what happens, but I have
No,
not
look,
seen it.
nah, I can't even do it then. I can't even.
Uh,
Josh, you did
Bump
your
that.
homework.
I don't.
Josh,
You know,
you did
you
your
know I don't
homework.
mind spoilers. You better go ahead with it. I don't like
Nah,
being left
look,
on the cliffhanger.
Josh,
Say it.
you did your homework. Guru, I need you to watch Squid Games because this is the question I want to. I'm not going to leave you hanging, but this is the question I'm going to ask you. There is something that happens at the end of Squid Games that is a huge question of morality, and that's what I want to ask you about. But I want you to
Okay.
see it and experience it for yourself so that you're coming in with a genuine opinion. I don't want you to just speak before you see what actually happened. I want you to see it first so that you can internalize how you feel about it and then give me your opinion. Josh, you already seen it, so you already know what I'm talking about. Senpai, you got some homework to do. I need you to finish. I need you to finish the newest season of Squid Games. And anybody else that hasn't seen it as well, because we will definitely talk about it on the next pod.
All right. I will do my homework.
Bam. Awesome.
Some hard homework. I got 3 seasons to catch up on.
We got
Well, you better
look
finish.
at you know what? If you really want to, if you want to cheat on your homework, you can skip season 1. You really can. Season 2 and season 3 are connected, but season 1 really is its own thing. So you can skip season 1 and still and catch up with us. But you should watch all of it because Squid Games is fire.
I started season 1. I just didn't finish it, so I got like 2 episodes left. So I'll be alright.
Look. I'm gonna let you finish, but I just gotta say, Alice in Borderlands, that's that shit.
Alright,
You right.
alright. They about to make another season.
I know I'm waiting on that, man. I'm waiting on it.
Me too.
But nah, I got something. If you guys are into zombie shit, there's a show. It's a 2-season zombie show on Netflix called Kingdom. Y'all should check that out.
Oh,
That
I've
shit
already
good.
seen it. Kingdom is fire. You right.
Yeah, it's 2 seasons plus a movie. Definitely check that
Nah,
out.
that's
Yeah, that's worth it
good. Good.
for sure.
I'm talking drama on a whole different level.
All right, we gonna wrap up this pod. There's 2 topics that I have that we didn't get to. Um, you know what? They were the B plots anyway. So we'll save those for next time. Uh, let's go ahead and do our outros. You know what I'm saying? Where can the people find you in the world? Go ahead and let the whole community know. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
It's your boy Just Josh, the Carolina King. You can only find me here.
It's your boy Grandmaster Guru. You can find me here on Discord. Other than that, don't be looking for me. I might smack the fuck out of you if you pop up out of nowhere. I don't like pop-up scares. Just you know what I'm saying. Other than that, do your sage, drink your water, tell your family you love them. We all love you.
Yes, sir.
King Vasco Lorde. Y'all can only find me here. I'm chilling, and that's it.
Man, I be forgetting how
I,
exclusive my squad is.
I'm weak. Oh, but it's your girl, Lady Senpai. You can probably find me in your kitchen cooking. Just turn around.
Hey.
Wow, what you mixing up tonight?
Oh, actually, guys, I made lasagna. It was so good. Not gonna lie.
Yes,
I
sir.
ain't had no
Yo,
good
You
since I'm
cooking
lasagna.
with
always
Kaya?
Also,
Shout out Mello.
Oh, hello.